Sounds good.
Let's have a look at this bracket.
Oh boy.
What does that mean? I haven't seen the decks yet.
Okay, Meziljie actually stays on
Alright.
the same deck. Exactly the same deck, and Wuhek switches to
Wow.
Econ.
Wow.
The mind games coming out.
The mind
from
games
Nez.
indeed.
And to make matters well, not worse, but more interesting, it says Stormlight Econ, but it's got Vestures and Hourglass and Bolts.
So we got some bolt on bolt action here. It's gonna be an
Yeah.
enjoyable one.
No Thunder Hides though.
You're the econ boss. How does this matchup feel?
Like, I would say Econ is favored against Mono Blue with my version, but like how this one plays out, I don't know. I can imagine it's about the same. He's only got one at any cost, so Meziljie could get some early white tower damage in, but if he doesn't, then it should be hard for Meziljie to push through. Especially when there's also 3 hourglass.
Yeah, exactly.
So Bounty
This is-
doesn't get the proc there, which might actually work in Wuhek's favor because he can get the upkeep kill with the ignite here.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the Russian lock that we've seen before, where it's econ lock.
Yeah, it is.
So this deck actually tries to just stall the ground and win with bolts in general. That seems to be the game plan, from what I understand. Don't have first-hand experience, but let's see how it works out for them. So once again, just to remind everyone, this is the first best of 5. Wuhek needs to win this to reset the bracket, and then we'll play a second best of 5. If Mez wins, he's the winner. Would like to remind everyone in chat, if you want to donate, I'll match all donations up to 25 bucks. So don't be shy, dudes. Current prize pool is 140 bucks. So come on. Give some poor artifact players some money.
Oh, gets the proc this turn though. Nice
Yeah,
plays from
that's a
Wuhek.
nice burst of tower damage coming in. Unless Meziljie wants to blow in at any cost on this. Oh wait, he could do that twice, yeah.
Well, now you have.
Yeah, that's a kill. Can swap the bounty hunter now. Wuhek's not gonna be happy about that one. 2 cunning plans in the starting hand, or in the second turn at least. So we have a 4 unit spray on the week? No. He's not gonna go for it. I guess into the ignite lane it would be a little bit of a throw.
I mean, if Wuhek doesn't draw any of his money cards, then Meziljie's got a really big advantage. Because Wuhek's entire deck is based around that. He doesn't have any pushing power at all outside of, well, actually, he doesn't have any pushing power, so he really needs to get those Vestures to stall.
Mm-hmm. Also
And
notice,
just come back immediately once he does get whacked.
notice there's an upkeep kill on the Luna.
Oh, there is.
Still no multicast coming out.
Well, we've seen it time and time again, the skilled players, they multicast.
Well, guess neither of these players are skilled.
Oh my god, is that why I never multicast?
You said that, not us.
This is where Vano shines, man. With nothing else on the other side of the board.
Yeah, just sitting here, spawning a snake every turn, having a good time. Knowing the rest of the world feels good, man.
How does he go? Poisonous venoms.
Yeah, this is where you spam the voice lines for sure. It looks like these players are both very well mannered. No voice lines coming out at all.
For sure. Alright, guys in chat, you let me know if there's any issues with the stream. Seems to be good on my end, but if you want any type of audio adjustment, besides Rashid's chair, because that's not adjustable.
I'm sorry, I'll try not to move.
Just kidding. I think it's just Matt trolling you. It's really hard to judge these types of matches, for me at least, in the mid game, where often hero kills don't really translate into a lot. Although Wuhek's deck does kind of rely on gold generation, but still.
Yeah, the biggest part of the mid game in this matchup in particular is the gold generation and whether you get that off or not. And like as it is, it's not looking too good for.
Yeah.
He does have quite a bit of time though, because this blue deck's not gonna push very quickly. So if he gets the Vestures up in a decent time, it might still be alright. Does he run any paydays actually?
Well, just like he's got 2 tracks now, but he can't actually get any kills with them. Then next turn, all of his heroes are gonna come back on mana 7. But Meziljie's got 2 Thunder Gods and 2 Eclipses, so chances are Meziljie will be able to wipe 2 to 3, maybe 4 heroes next turn. And when they die on mana 7, they only come back on mana 9, still without any items on. So that's a really scary thought.
Soon you'll know defeat.
Because of the Luna dying, this Eclipse is only gonna have 4 charges, so it's not gonna be enough to clear. That he's gonna go for the last.
Oh, Lost in Time hits both the Thunder God.
Oof.
That's actually amazing for Wuhek.
Problem is that he doesn't know it.
Well, it's not a problem, it still happened.
Sure, yeah.
He just needs to know it.
It just looks cooler when you're from the outside spectating, you know.
Time to go hunting.
Wow, pops the Eclipse.
Yeah, he really wants to deny Wuhek the chance to play any econ cards.
Payday, yeah.
Yeah, for instance. Or like even a track. Because you could easily kill the Venomans on next turn if you got the track off.
Yeah. So, if you're playing this econ list against Mono Blue, I guess, of course you want to get the Hourglasses out as soon as possible, obviously. But is there like a critical turn where you really need to lock? Is it mana 7? Is it mana 8? For sure, before Incarnation.
Sorry,
right?
you cut out a bit where you really need to what?
Is there a specific turn where you really need to lock the hand of your opponent? So like, is it before Incarnation mana? Is like mana 8, or what's your general impression?
Well, personally, I don't play the econ deck with Hourglasses, so couldn't really tell you. I'd actually, like, if I played this deck, I would prefer getting the Vestures first, but that might just be because I'm too inexperienced with it.
I don't know, I just probably feel like you want to get 2 or 3 Hourglasses at 8 mana. Would feel right to prevent Salamene busted stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good. Like, getting the Hourglasses up before the Salamene cycle comes online is nice, yeah, but I definitely want to get, like, a few Vestures before.
Alright. Let's see how that works out. There's a PA setup in lane 3.
I'm excited to try this.
There is no payday though.
Don't think
There's just the
you're
trucks.
safe.
Yeah, still no econ cards.
Would you say Wuhek is kind of low rolling? He didn't hit much in the way of econ. This lane 1.
Well,
is
it's
horrible.
mana 7, and he's only got 17 gold, so he's
Hide from me.
not generating gold at least. I mean, it's one thing not getting the econ cards, but he's also not getting any hero kills, so it's just really, really bad.
Well, I might get some hero kills here. Choose to pop the Eclipse.
Possibly, yeah.
That's right. Get some nice tower damage. He needs to get towers down to 20. That's how his deck wins. My god, the upkeep damage.
Well, it's not enough to kill anybody, so he still has opportunity to play a card here. It's gonna depend a lot, I think, on what items he draws in the next shop.
Yeah, ideally he'd like a Vesture and make a copy of him. But yeah, again, this gets wiped again. No chance to play any black card.
And this might be a big disadvantage of playing just the two black heroes, right? It'd be much harder to lock out a deck with 3 black heroes.
He does hit the Vesture. Maybe he would have rather wanted the Hourglass on turn 8.
I mean, you're right. You're right, Nine, but I also run 2 black heroes. I think it's more important having access to blue cards in general.
Bounty Hunter is actually gonna die here in lane 3 if he deploys him there. Well, it's no, actually.
Well, maybe.
One in
Depends,
three.
Depends on the
that.
placement, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a higher chance of surviving.
It is.
I expect this lane to blow up.
I think that's a good guess.
I
You wanna drop the Vestures first? That would be super greedy.
There's no way, right? There's no way.
That has to be a mistake. Okay. Rashid, what would you do so that we know?
I would have definitely took the 50 play and annihilated. Like,
I always
Vesture
find
is
my
just... So many things can go bad. Luna was at 4 HP, right? So he doesn't know that the Thunder God's Wrath were locked.
Yeah. Well, also an Eclipse would be enough.
Well, now he doesn't get the Vesture off at all, which is unfortunate. Again, not so much damage coming out from Mez.
23 gold. Looking at a Blink, looking at a Jaspers, and then looking at that payday in his hand. Dude, I hate these situations. I never know. Should I spend my gold or not?
I always just forget I have to payday and I buy everything anyway. That's my strategy.
Solid.
He even buys a potion of knowledge here.
What is he hoping to get?
Well, he does need to get through his deck and get those bolts eventually, but he also needs to do more tower damage.
But he didn't spend all his gold, like he's still saving a bit for payday. So.
We're ready to
Well,
Let's see
it's not like you can spend all your gold in these decks a lot of the time. With a, like, I didn't see which item was up there, but if a Vesture was blocking, then he just didn't have a choice.
Indeed.
And I was saying that Mez is not doing so much tower damage, but there is of course that very scary bolt sitting in his hand right now, which he can use next turn to get any lane he wants, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's forced out an Annihilation, and soon, right now, we've reached Salamene mana, so this changes the game a lot from Wuhek's perspective. Now, we know there's no Salamene in hand, but he doesn't know that. There are only 2 heroes for Wuhek on the board, though, so to keep that in mind. Wuhek is gonna have to blink over to deny any Salamene broken stuff.
I think as soon as that first Thunder Gods comes out, maybe it's gonna be really scared. He can just wipe the entire board right now, but he probably wants to save them for more heroes. Because obviously these 2 are gonna come back next turn.
This is actually really tricky to play from both sides.
Yeah, if you're not hitting the econ and then getting the items late and it gets hard to equip the items, it's very true. I am also really wondering if this deck is meant to be good against like mono red and such, because if it's just to counter mono blue, I would think you'd put Lich in instead of PA.
Yeah, that would sound great.
I think Lich is super important for these kinds of decks because Chain Frost also acts as an initiative card in the late game when you want to set up annihilations and so.
So at this point, Mez has actually weakened the heroes enough that he can kill them with the Thunder Gods alone.
think you can outsmart us.
After he uses the Sanctum, of course.
I was just looking back towards my chat history with Biolog because he spoke to me about this deck the last time that it was played by Stormlake. And he said that Mono Blue is supposed to be a very good matchup. And he says in general there's two moments where Mono Blue can try to win, but people in general have less experience against the deck. And against Mono Red it's kind of an average list, so it's not great. So it's actually made to beat Mono Blue. I'm just checking back to that.
Okay.
That's Alamani.
Does he also not run Lich? Biolog?
Yeah, I think it's the exact same list.
Okay. I just can't understand.
Let me verify that before I say stuff that is not true. Yeah, it was Bounty, PA, Kana, Luna, and Ogre.
We're unstoppable.
It's exactly this
Okay.
list. Alright, so, Wuhek, you don't have mana, bro. There's a Salamania on the table.
No mana, Incarnation on the other side, triple Thunder Gods, there's a Prey, there's double Soul, there's another Diab.
Another close game.
There's a Blink on Luna. I think Meziljie wins this round.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, Wuhek got a bit lucky there with the blink. If he spawned in front of the Venom ward, he would have died as well. On the Ogre.
Well, he's just gonna get Thunder Godded.
You can't run from
Yeah,
the heavens.
and now you
Yeah,
have
but
to...
he needs to spend the extra one.
Yeah, now he has to capitalize on this, deal as much tower damage as possible so that next round he can just straight up bolt.
Oh.
Should be possible. You
He
diabolic.
can get this tower kill easily.
Well, does he... There's a lot of creeps at 2 HP in the mid.
I mean, he just blinks Luna mid, pops Prey in the middle, pops Arcane Assault, and then bolts lane 1 next.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think this game is over.
It is very much over.
How can he not win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another 12 damage. Should be enough. This is unnecessary, seems like. Is he trying to just straight up win without passing the round? Looks like. No.
Nah, he doesn't have enough for that. But you want to make sure, you might as well. I know the feeling.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to screw up. Plus he's got a lot of time, so.
Yeah.
Pop the Arcane. And we've got ourselves a match, boys. So Mez kind of, for the first time, repeating decks. He's gotta be getting into Wuhek's head right here.
For sure. Wuhek was not expecting to face the same deck twice.
Well, I do wonder, like I said, I just went back to the chat with Biolog and he said this is supposed to be a good matchup, so obviously he low rolled a bit.
I need to prepare.
GG. That's a 1-1. Oof.